Good morning, children. Today we will study in the lesson of the French Revolution. How did women have a revolution? We know we have studied already how the people of France fought or revolted against the monarch, and monarchy was abolished, and a constitutional republic was democratic republic was established in France. So from the very beginning, also we can find women were active participants. We know women were considered as passive citizens and they had no right to vote also. Adult suffrage was denied for women. So from the beginning also we can find out women also were very active participants in the events which brought about so many important changes in French society. So many changes due to the struggles of women are taking place in French society. They also hoped that their involvement should be pressurize the revolutionary government to introduce some of the measures to improve their lives. Women, we know during that period in France, they had led a very miserable life. Many of the responsibilities women had, and also prices of food grain was increasing, etc. The women had struggles. Most women, we know that they considered they were in the third estate. They had to work for a living. They had to take care of the entire family, and they had to some of them worked as steamstresses or the laundresses, and some of them selling flowers and fruits and vegetables in the market, and even or some of them were employed as domestic servants also in the houses of prosperous or rich people. So this type of different types of works the women had to do there. But we know most of the women did not have access to education, illiterate people, so no job training also they had. Only the daughters of the noble or the wealthier families, they were allowed education and they had access to education. So in the lower strata, that means in the third estate people, women had no access to education. Even though in the higher classes we know that daughters of nobles or the wealthy members of the society, they also studied in the convent schools, but after education immediately their parents made them arrange their marriage for them also. So they were also not working in the future. So working women who were taking care of their families in the, especially in the third estates, they were taking their care of the families, which means they had to cook food, fetching water, and also they had to queue up for the bread and look after the children. So that means all many sort of works they had to do. Even some of them were working and their wages also were lower than men. Women had less wages than comparing the men also. So in order to discuss all these problems, women gathered together. They started their own political clubs and newspapers also. About we can find out during that period 60 women's clubs came up during different French societies or French cities there. So the Society of Revolutionary and the Republican Women, these were the most famous of women's clubs established in France. You know, one of their main demand was that women enjoy the same political rights as men. They wanted to gain the equality. Men and women should have equality. And what is equality? Especially political rights. That means that women were denied political rights, which means they had no right to vote. So their main demand was the political rights. They had to get equal to men. Women were also disappointed by the Constitution of 1791 reduced them as passive citizens. We had studied already. The male members were known as the active citizens, and females and especially the third estate and non-property males also were considered as passive citizens. So in 1791, when the constitution was declared or drafted, women were considered as passive citizens. So their demand to right to vote, to be elected to the assembly and hold political office also. One thing they wanted to get the right to vote, they would be able to stand for election as candidates and to be elected to the assembly and can hold the political office. So were the main demands of the women. Only then, if they are elected as members of the assembly, only then they felt that they would their interests as to be represented in the new government. So otherwise they have no voice. So in the to the government, when they are elected and if they are representative, people's representative, only they can voice their problems to the government. In the early years, we know that the revolutionary government did introduce many of the laws that helped improve the lives of women. Together with the creation of state schools, schooling was made compulsory for all girls there. So their fathers also could no longer force them into marriage against their will. So some changes what are occurring now, we can find out the women's schools, the girls schools were state schools were introduced, and it was made compulsory for girls education, and marriage also, fathers cannot force the girls or women to get married against their own will. So these type of changes were made, and marriage was also made in a contract entered into freely, not by force, registered under civil law also. Divorce was also made legal. Earlier we know that only male can apply for divorce, and females or women had no right to apply for divorce. Now women also, both men and women can have the right for applying for divorce also. Women could now train for jobs also, they could become artists or run small business also. So now they are getting more freedom, and these people, women are getting right to run businesses, etc. So women's struggle for equal political rights continued, not ended there. During the reign of terror, we have studied the new government issued laws ordering closure of women's clubs and banning their political activities also. And during this Robespierre period, we have studied that period of terror, or during the reign of terror. This period, again the government had cut down all the rights which were given to women. That means stopped or closed the women's clubs and banned all political activities of women. Now many of the prominent women were arrested, and a number of them were executed also. We can find women's movements for voting rights and equal wages continued through the next 200 years in many countries of the world. Not only in France, many countries of the world it continued. And the right for the vote was carried through an international suffrage movement during the 19th and early 20th centuries. So what is international or universal suffrage movement? That means not only in France, all over Europe, all over world, this has to be introduced. The women should have the right to vote. That is the universal or international suffrage. All over the world should be gained. Now, for example, you can study the political activities of French women during the revolutionary period or years was kept alive as an inspiring memory. That is what we said. Metternich described that when France sneezes, the entire Europe catches cold. When the women's movement began in France, it spread to entire Europe, and even it influenced the whole world. We know that finally in 1946, women in France won the right to vote. The adult suffrage for women also gained. Women also got the opportunity to right to vote in 1946. Some examples we can find out here. What we said about many of the women were arrested during that period for fighting for their rights. Some examples, some of the prominent women we can say Olympe de Gouges was one of the most important of the politically active women in the revolutionary France. She protested against the constitution and the declaration of rights of men and citizens as they excluded women from basic rights that each human being was entitled to. We know that this constitution or declaration of rights of men and citizens excluded women. Only men had rights there. So she protested against this Declaration of Rights. So in 1791 she wrote the Declaration of Rights of the Women and Citizen, which she addressed that to the Queen and to the members of the National Assembly, so demanding that they act upon it. So in 1793 Olympe de Gouges criticized the Jacobin government and forcibly closing down women's clubs. So all these actions, whatever she had done, the government captured her and she was tried by the National Convention, which charged her with treason. That means cheating or betrayal of the government or the nation. So soon after this she was executed also. This was the condition of women there. Many prominent women in France were captured and they were tried in the court and eventually they were executed also. Many of them were punished severely, imprisoned, and many of them were executed also. That's all for today. Thank you.